The May is a typo.
On 4th of June, you approved minutes for the 16th of May meeting. But nobody had any minutes. So I didn't approve it.
That was a past motion, we can't discuss past motions and stuff. We'll be looking into.
Yeah.
As I said, that was the email that I sent out today regarding that. If you look at the thing that was actually sent out, it's all lost in.
Just to advise at that point, the minutes can only be changed at this stage in relation to accuracy.
Yeah.
So if the minutes of the 20th of May 2024 were approved, as it says here, then that would mean these minutes would need to be approved on that basis. They can only be altered with regards to accuracy. So if that's accurate, it can't be changed.
Okay, so I can note from that one.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
They need altering.
If it's accurate, the minutes. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong one there. Sorry.
Draft minutes 12C.
Yeah, sorry. Item 30. Draft minutes of the council meeting 16th of May. If they were approved on this date.
The what?
I haven't said that here.
So the word approved.
Yeah.
You basically say we can't change it because they are accurate. People say they're accurate.
No, you can amend them.
Wait for thing come back in like
Richard. Progress. 12D.
Okay, Councillor Finney.
Yes, there is an accuracy in the minutes of the last meeting. Ice cream concession, it said it was unanimously agreed. I didn't vote, so it wasn't unanimous.
So Councillor Finney just saying that these meetings, it says it was unanimously agreed regarding ice cream concession. He's saying that he didn't agree with it, so it's...
It wasn't a recorded vote.
Sorry?
It was not a recorded vote.
So it doesn't matter.
Well, but the minutes are inaccurate.
So if the council are in agreement that those two statements are true, that those two statements are true from Councillor Byrne, the minutes could be altered and approved with that alteration.
Okay, so
it would have only been approved through Leisure and Rec, so it would have only been Leisure and Rec that
essentially, Chair, I could remove the word unanimously.
yes.
That would.
Yeah.
It says if the chairman of the meeting does not consider the minutes to be an accurate record of the meeting to which they relate, he shall sign the minutes and include a paragraph in the following terms of the same effect.
So that's what he's just saying now. So we can
So you'll
approve
need
it
to put on.
with the changes. So I just need to write. Where's it again, Carol?
16th May minutes.
To be clear though, Chair, we are saying these minutes weren't approved on this day, is what we're saying.
It's not saying that, it says they were approved.
Wonderful, so it's not, we can't change
Yeah.
that one. So we can't change that one. This one regarding where it says unanimously, so the minutes will be approved. July.
On 5th of June, I wasn't here, but on 5th of June these passed for the minutes for the 16th of May to be passed, and you all said you hadn't received them. So why have they been passed if nobody received them?
But it's item 7 that says the 4th of May, so why are we...
So we're changing that, we just said that's a typo, we've written that on there, it's going to be changed to the 4th of June. So the motion will be to move those minutes with those amendments. Have we got a seconder?
Yeah, I'll second it.
All for? All against? Abstentions? Item number 8, accounts for payment. To confirm the payment of accounts for March, April and May 2024.
Yes, Chair, March and April weren't approved, they were deferred at the last meeting, so they'll come back for approval.
Okay. So, all those...
We got them late, that's why they were
We will be able to get them late, but now been given plenty of time. So, I've proposed that we move the minutes, and have we got a seconder? Sorry, approve the accounts payment. Peter, take a seconder. All for? Those against? And there's no abstention. Anybody any abstention? Item number 9, income. To review the council's income for May 2024. So everybody's seen all these this income? Any questions, councillors? Have I got a mover? Have I got a seconder? All for? Against? Abstentions? Thank you. So, item 10, water park, to consider the purchase of a new waste pump. So this is a pump regarding the septic tank, which is absolutely well and truly ghost. It's costing us quite a lot of money to get the septic wagons out. It's quite a significant amount. It's, what's the price in?
Sorry, it's around 850 per month.
Yeah, so we could have spent £850 per month just to get rid of the septic, and this is only for the playable septic. Lakeside septic. So the pumping itself is with VAT to supply and fit would be £240 because you have to empty it, and then £3,800 for the pump. This, I believe, is considered as essential maintenance, so I don't think we can not have it being the septic. So I'll propose that we have to buy that pump. Second, yeah. So all for to buy the pump.
Can I just say, you've already agreed to buy it?
Sorry. This is.
Sorry, it's okay. Yeah, sorry, just to councillors have been informed that we'd already ordered this. Yeah. It hasn't been ordered yet. It's been. So this wouldn't be retrospectively. It is to approve. It is to approve. So it hasn't been. We're told we're going to order it because we needed to order it. It hasn't been ordered. all to get rid. That's all to buy. Yeah. And there's no against. Okay, thank you. Item 11, public question time. To receive questions from members of the public and to receive any reports from the community meetings. Gentleman there, can you give your name, please?
Jason, just on the last item you've just done, how long is the pump been out of action?
I can't remember. A matter of weeks, I think. Chair from.
Right. I was just going to say, if it was several months, it seems silly to have to wait for a council meeting because it was essential and it would have been elected.
If it came to it, we would have had to do that.
Yeah.
But because it was not ordered, it's come to council anyway. Any more public questions, anybody?
Right, can we go on?
I've
got to go vote.
Just wondering if there's an update on the land at Fitzwilliam. I know the last council constantly deferred it and never made the decision. Every meeting I've been to, there's always been discussions about how much money we're struggling with as a council, and it just seems that land sat there as an asset, and council's got Playworld out of action at the minute, 3 main attractions, and it just seems that it's sat there as an asset, and the money could go back into actually maintaining other facilities.
So it's, yeah, so the council did approve to dispose of that land. We're currently in the process with with Sanderson Weatherall, the company that are handling the sale in putting that through, basically.
And when you say approved to dispose of it, is that for it to go back out to market, or is that you've accepted a bid?
Not accepted.
No bid's been accepted, no.
So it's for Sanderson to go back out to market, or is it based on the original bid to go back to the bidders?
Sanderson's have contacted the original bidders with perhaps not all of them, with
No.
Basically information about the sale.
Okay, well, as a bidder in that process, and for what I believe probably the strongest bid, don't know for definite, I've certainly had no contact, so I'm just wondering where it sits.
So I'd have to get back to you about that.
Oh, no, that's part of a separate thing. I was more asking what's happening with it more than anything else.
Say, do you contact the estate agents or people that are handling this to find out why you haven't got contact with them?
I think we can get in touch with Sanderson's and that's why. We can get in touch with Sanderson's and that's why.
It does seem very strange. While I won't say what our offer was, I do believe it was extremely strong.
Well, I think you should be personally contacting the engagement to find out why you haven't been.
Some and not all of you, but some.
Well, I would be asking.
I believe Sanderson won't do anything untoward. I don't believe that far either, by the way. I'm not saying it for that reason. I've not heard anything, so I won't blame.
Well, obviously, the clerk will get in touch with Sanderson's and ask them what's going on.
And the other thing to that is those bids were some 16 months ago. Surely the council should really be seeking.
So as a moment, so I can clarify on here. So as you know, there was a motion. It was come right at the back end of the previous council, or the last meeting, I believe it was. They decided it wasn't fair for that council to make a decision when the majority of that council weren't standing. It then gone back to the current council as such, and they decided to go out as it was voted within a motion, I believe publicly.
It was voted on in November last year.
So in November last year was a vote to pursue looking at social housing. That sort of stuff, so it's now going to do that process of that.
And is the intention to still look down the social route?
Sorry?
Is the intention, as per the previous council, to look at disposing of the land as 100% social, which is what previous council were looking at?
The previous council weren't looking at that.
They declared that in a meeting, so.
See, my previous council, I'm on about the so-called independence council. We did not declare it social housing.
So, as Stan being chair, it was
That's,
mentioned.
yeah, previous council, previous council, I'm talking pre-Stan, not pre-yours,
Under the last council.
under the last chair, yes,
under
it's this
the last
council
chair,
still, but yeah.
It was declared that it would be going as, they would be looking at avenues of 100% social. Is that still the case?
It wasn't, it was to consider.
It was a predominant.
It was predominantly not
social housing.
And it was, again, to consider. We're waiting for that information to come through, yeah. Maxine?
Just to clarify that the last council, independent council, didn't want to go to social housing.
Yes, yeah, we didn't, we just put it up to,
It's the previous chair.
yes.
I just wondered as well if you can shed any light on consider the lakeside cafe bar.
Not yet.
Can't declare anything yet.
Not yet.
No, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Kathy?
Yeah, I'm a a little bit confused now regarding Club Terrace. So can you confirm where we're at? Because otherwise we're going to be another year down the line before we decide what is happening regarding Club Terrace. Because I was under the impression that it was with the estate agent to get the best bid for it to be sold. I know at one point social housing was discussed, but at the minute it doesn't seem to be clear what you're doing.
So, I mean, Councillor Mason is not in no longer, he was the one that did this, so the motion was to, in November, was to put it back out, predominantly looking at social housing. But again, that will come to the council as a timeline, not sure of yet.
So shouldn't we now be putting it back on the agenda to find out what is happening with Club Terrace so we can make a decision rather than it being pushed back down the line, pushed back down the line, pushed back down the line?
We currently in discussion with Sanderson Weatherall about this. Once we've got to a point where a decision can be made by the council, it will come back to council for...
So that's what I'm saying. You haven't said that to us. You just like this is what we're thinking. It's not a clear dialogue between the council and us, the precept payers. It's not a clear dialogue. Those couple of statements that were said wasn't clear to me, and I don't think they were clear to you, Jason.
No. I mean, I'd like to understand what is it you actually seeking out the start? Is it social? Is it best value as in monetary value? And as a bidder, I've had no contact. I have messaged Hemsworth Town Council as a business to ask where it is, and I've had no response. I've messaged Sanderson Weatheralls, and their response to me was they've had no dialogue with Hemsworth.
That's not correct.
All I'm saying is what dialogue I've had, and I've emailed into Hemsworth Town Council on 2 occasions asking for an update, and I've had no response. And it's not even clear now for this meeting what offers is it you're actually seeking on that land. Is it social? Is it open market? Is it best value? Because as part of planning, it's 30% minimum social anyway. So are you wanting over and above that? There's no clear picture to us as precept payers, never mind as businesses, what it is you're looking for.
We are, well, so we will, when we get the bids, we will consider each and every bid whether they bids are.
Okay, so I appreciate you saying when you get the bids. So but what were you asking for them bids based on? Because we were a bidder and we've had no further dialogue. So we bidded 15 months ago. Apparently you put it back out to bid. We've had no dialogue. It's not on the market. It's not an open market.
What's valuing again then, doesn't it?
It will be less value.
Would it be less?
It's physically not on the open market, the land. So what is, I'm struggling to understand what it is you're actually doing with it.
What's down to last time?
I wasn't aware that it was, to be honest.
No, bids finished on the 3rd of March this year.
Okay, so yeah.
3rd of March this year?
Yes, so the 3rd of March this year was the last date that Sanderson Weatherall had on the website for Club Terrace. Obviously, to my knowledge, it actually hasn't come back to council. Gotta be careful.
So if it was final bids by the 3rd of March, as a previous bidder, why have we not been notified?
Again, I don't know how much has been delegated or what I can say.
Should the public not be informed of this, seeing as how it's...
I agree that the public should be informed. I mean, as a council, the majority of us haven't really... There's not been much information shared within council about this land for sale. Obviously, I've only really seen more on Club Terrace, and I think Sid can also say this. We've only seen more on Club Terrace since becoming chair and vice chair. We kind of thought it wasn't progressing.
Well, me as a business, and I weren't going to do this, but I am going to do it, and I am allowed to do this because I'm a business owner, and I did put a bid on this land, right? And I put 2 bids forward Bid number 1 was £2.2 million, and bid number 2 was nearly 2.6. Right? Now, if them bids are nowhere near, then that's fine. I'm happy I've not been included in it. But I believe they are significant numbers, and I should have been, if it's gone back out to market, as a business, we should have been notified. And when I've contacted the council to chase this up, equally I should have been told it's back on the market and contact somebody else. I've not had any of that. So I'd like to see what offers have actually come through to the council, and when they do come through, I hope they're significantly higher. Because if we've been done out of the site, for whatever reason, it'll be extremely annoying. And now it's public information what our offers were. And I were insistent I wouldn't do that, but I've asked numerous questions today, and I've got no answers from it. I've also weren't going to do this, but I have sent numerous emails in to the council over the past 6-8 weeks. There were no updates on when meetings were on the website for nearly 6 weeks, right? I emailed in and asked if I could be told when the next meeting was so I could attend. Never got a response. The only way I've been able to find out that tonight's meeting was still on, because if there was a question mark on the website, I contacted Scott. And the last meeting I missed, because when I contacted Scott, it had happened the day before on a Wednesday, and I was expecting it on the Thursday. There was no information on social media or the website. And I've got the emails to back it up.
Can I just ask this question? So regarding meetings, all meetings request for meetings to meet the legal requirements. As for that on social media, we all share them.
No, I checked the website. It wasn't on the website, and I sent an email in to the clerk. I'll get it up if you want. I sent an email in saying that I'd missed the meeting. It was disappointing that it wasn't published on the website. And could you inform me of when the new meetings will be published and when the next meeting is? And I didn't get a single response.
Noted. Maxine?
So can I just ask, you just said that all the information was passed to all councillors, and
No, we were given information, but we have not had much involvement in it.
Can I ask why? Can I ask who was involved? And can I ask, does that not?
I can't name staff, and that's Maxine, you can't.
Does this not actually break code of conduct if you are not?
It was, a motion was brought.
Orders.
A motion was brought, and the councillors, the motion was passed that it, regarding going predominantly for social housing. In the public part of the meeting afterwards, I did challenge the motion because I believe it was worded incorrectly. I got overruled on that, and that's where we are at the moment. We're looking into it. There is things happening.
I'm afraid there's some not.
There's things happening. There's things happening in the next couple of weeks. General.
Shouldn't we be placing a moratorium on this business until you all got your heads around it, and the local business people can get some information?
So what will happen is we'll be speaking to the guy at Sanderson Weatherall is once everything's all sorted and bids and all that sort of thing, he will have a meeting with councillors to discuss everything, and then that information from there will be voted upon and passed on towards the public.
Can we keep updated on it, please?
When we get updates, we will update you.
Pete.
They're frustrated. They want to know why who's holding this up, or who has held it up.
It's not being held up, Chair. It's progressing.
It's progressing. There was a change of direction by the council. What's the word?
Don't look at me.
No, I'm trying to think. There was, yeah, so when this council last year, they decided in November time. So this council last year decided in May not to defer the vote, defer the motion regarding putting up for sale. There was then somewhere, I went on the council, she was not here then, work was then done by various people at the time. And then it came back to council, November, did you say? November time. Can't be for sure. To change it to predominantly social housing, but that's to receive bids. Once the bids come in, the councillors will get the option to bid for social housing and or straight for sale.
All I'm saying is, it's about time we pull this thing out and get it sorted out.
We are working on it.
It's been on and on and on.
I totally agree.
I'm saying with Pete, is there a timeline?
We can't give you a timeline at the moment, we could try and find out.
Can you find out a timeline, because I do,
Yep.
yeah,
There wants to be.
yeah.
Thank you, Vicky, that's just what I was going to ask.
Yep.
You're welcome.
The public, community can find out once and for all what is happening, what has happened, and why you're getting offers of 2 point odd million when we all know and see that you're in absolute dire situation for funds. How much that money could go back into the community?
So there was a preferred bid at the
Yeah.
time. The council at the time said, well, we're not going to vote, if we were, we'd vote for that one. That process will almost be coming to an end now. In the next 4 months-ish, we'd have been potentially receiving money. We're now got another probably 18 months, 2 years to that, to be honest.
Shocking.
We won't get that money even if you sell it tomorrow.
No, we wouldn't get that money as such, but we would get a significant amount
No,
of that
but
money.
we'd have been closer to that getting that money.
Yes, close to
We
getting the money
haven't
that
been messed about
getting the
with.
money that we would have been getting. The money
We will not be walking away with 2.2
No,
million.
we will not be walking away with the
Right.
figures that have been because there is
Yeah.
other things that happen.
And it's to be spent on certain things.
I'd like to know why
Right.
you walk away with that 2.2 million.
Sorry?
I think public would, Jason.
I'd like to know why you think you wouldn't be walking away with that money.
Because the expert told us there's always expenses to pay. With researchers that we have to pay for, so
If you read the bid, it's all in there.
Yeah, it is.
this is what we would advise previously, so we can only advise.
It's a clear cut bid, it is subject to planning, that everything's covered off, there were even a donation in there to go towards local community groups, £20,000 that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
council distributed to football clubs, cricket clubs and everything else.
That was your bid.
That was our bid,
Yes.
And the thing is, you've already got Gleason's starting building. They've actually sent out, well, not started building, but they've actually sent out letters to people which
building
the
on their
land
own land.
is linked to.
Building on their own land.
I believe, I could be totally wrong here, so I shouldn't really be saying this, but I believe planning permission will only be given with the club tennis land and the car park land. So that's, as I say, that's what I've been told. I can only go what I've been told.
Now,
And it's not from, and I've not been told from the clerk, that's all I'm saying.
Gleason's have got from, they've actually sent letters to them in Bateman's they've got to move out, they've got their,
They've
about,
sent letters out.
they did. They've sent out the maps and everything ready.
I have a meeting tomorrow with the clerk and we'll discuss such matters. And it will come to council. Any more questions?
Why
Tina?
how come you don't know about it? Why don't you know? I just don't understand that.
Exactly.
These councillors don't know. Why? Have you kept everything from them or what? Why don't they know?
There was an
what-
extraordinary meeting where everybody was in it. It was explained to everybody, and they even said it. And they get, I think, whether or they'll come through and explain what the differential is.
And I believe
Well,
I asked
we
him
passed that
the
motion,
same
but when I spoke to them, all, they never got that message.
But you're
You
got
asked for that, didn't you, Vicky?
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
I wanted them to come so that we could be informed, and then you yourselves could be informed.
That was
That-
discussed, that
that
was
was-
asked, that never happened.
And they have already
So
been-
council saying they didn't know, because they were at that meeting, everybody were here.
I agree with Councillor Wade, it was discussed in that meeting.
And I asked
So you're the council saying you didn't know, we were keeping it from you, it's totally wrong.
I'm not said that.
Yeah, they said it.
They
None about the
didn't say
progression,
that.
none about the
Yeah,
progression of
but
it.
all these things are getting thrown at Andrew and all that. He's only been here 2 minutes.
This was, as I said, this was November, we had extra, this meeting was in November.
it won't
I
happen.
can't,
Everybody should know where.
excuse me, can I have a bit of order, please?
Everybody should know
They
it.
don't know about finance.
Because we're working on the meeting of
No,
this.
it's quite alright, it needs moving on.
Go on, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a point of order? We agree with you, as I said, we can't discuss staff, and you know we can't discuss staff. But I have another meeting tomorrow with the clerk.
See, what we could discuss is, we've got a meeting with the builders on this day. We
Because
expect.
we haven't got a meeting with the builders on that day, so I can't say that, because we haven't got one.
We haven't got one.
We haven't got one, no.
With Sanderson's.
Not with Sanderson's either.
Can I,
There is what's going to be, there's one meeting that's planned in about 3 weeks. Once that meeting is planned, then we can tell you what it's about.
can I ask please, that we get Sanderson's here, that my proposal